president of RIP Project. What I want to say is this. I was thinking about this all day. I think it's really super helpful to understand that if you rely on yourself, you rely on the enemy. Nobody wants to wake up covered in piss or shit. Nobody wants to wake up having slept on broken glass, or wake up in jail because they blew through a red light and killed a family of 4 in a drunk driving accident. Nobody wants to miss a 50-unit shot in their arm and get an abscess and live in the hospital for 2 weeks. The levels that we take ourselves to in addiction are astonishingly tragic and often fatal. The fentanyl crisis, very quickly, people are no longer learning from their mistakes, they're dying from them. And it's truly unfortunate. To believe that we can do this alone is fatal. To rely on yourself is to rely on the enemy. We are our own worst friends. Part of recovery is becoming your own best friend. It's knowing when to say no and what types of situations to avoid and when and where and how to say stuff. And of course, we're always going to fail at that, but over time, we should evolve into a better creature on this earth. If I could have done it before now, I would have. Now, that's not to say we don't have a choice, but in the midst of a hardcore addiction, you really don't. It takes hold. It chooses for you. You lose choice. You lose freedom. But ultimately, you'll have a moment of clarity at some point, namely when you hit a bottom, which can be anything. For everyone, it's different. You'll say, I can't do this anymore. I'm unable to manage my life under these circumstances. And it's a really hard thing to admit powerlessness and to surrender. And at times it's impossible, especially in the throes of a really hardcore addiction. You know, to get to that point, it takes a lot. And for some people, they don't. They die. They die too soon. They die before they recover. And I don't know that anything breaks my heart more than that. I'm ultimately here at RIP Project, Recovery is Possible Project. We want to stop overdose death. We want to help people recover. We want to meet people where they're at instead of waiting for them to come to us. To rely on oneself is to rely on the enemy as negativity towards oneself. It's meant to propel us towards an avenue of self-evolution, sanctification, things of that nature. We want to ultimately be better people to people, be better people to animals, be better people to earth, to society in general. And you cannot do that drunk and high. And that is only a symptom of the problem, because deep down we are the problem. That is why I say to rely on oneself is to rely on the enemy. And until you have recovered, which is a lifetime process, you can be an enemy to yourself. I love y'all. I love addicts and alcoholics to my very core. I have very personal reasons for that, none of which have anything to do with me. All of which have everything to do with those that have died as a result of addiction and those that are dying as a result of addiction. It's an incredibly sad loss to experience. It doesn't make any sense. It's devastating. And if just one person hears this tonight, I would be forever and eternally grateful if you would reach out and we can get you some help. We can at least talk on the phone or something. Again, I'm Dope, alcoholic addict. RIP Project, guys. Much love.